Hey everybody, Dragon Age Origins Part 10. Hopefully the lack of issues with the audio will continue. So we're done with the Chanter's board here in Lothering. There's actually another board we can do, which is inside the tavern. Also, I have poison for the barkeep in there, so I'm going to go talk to him. And let's just see if he has anything that I want to buy, too. So we're going to go inside of Dane's Refuge and deal with all the wonderfulness in there. And the wee and the woo, things with the face, and blah blah blah, fla fla flow high. Baba booey, fla fla flow high. Well, he's got the quest marker on him already. I'm gonna steal from you.
I heard what you did with the other merchant. Got what he deserved.
That's interesting. I usually don't run him off. Yeah. Know of any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the Chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
I have dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
Show me what you got. Alright, let me sell off a bunch of the crap that I don't need. Hold on, my enchanted dagger is there. It should not be. Oh, because I didn't have it. Oh, I have 2 enchanted daggers. I didn't realize that. Oh, well, I'll totally equip them both. Why not? I didn't realize that I had 2.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
Show me what you got. Yeah, I'll make him some poison. Alright, let's see. Sell, keeping that. Oathkeeper, huh? That's enchantable too, and it's the same as what I have for Jareth, so I'll keep that. I'll give it to him. Wild's bow. I don't remember that either. That's crap. Alright. Okay. Order the Dead Gods. Yeah. Just see if they have anything interesting here. Ash longbows. Nah. Okay. Just gonna sell a lot of this crap off. Keeping that. I'm actually going to keep the garnets for now. There is a quest. It's not till way later, but I only need like 10 of them. It's no big deal. I should buy all this stuff too. I'm not going to use the gifts right away, but I should have them. So that's it. Let me see about making this guy some poison real quick.
Yes.
I need more flasks to make more poison, huh?
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
Show me what you got. Yeah, let me get more flasks. I don't do a whole lot of crafting, but for... Oh, he doesn't have flasks. How come he doesn't have... Oh, I'm looking on the wrong side, no wonder. Derp, that was stupid. Of course he has flasks. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know how many he needs, but I'll just make a bunch of poison.
We're on our way.
That should be good enough, right?
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have what you asked for.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah, enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some, hey?
Sweet. What'd you give me? 75 silver. I wouldn't call that gold, but whatever. Alright, now where's that board? Might be in here. Oh.
I'll have no fighting in my kitchen. Out with you.
Locked chest with heavy chainmail boots. Wasn't Alistair looking for some boots? Well, no, he has boots. Okay.
Over with.
Out of the way. Oh, through. There is a quest board somewhere around here. I just don't remember exactly where it is. Might be in the back. Huh. You won't even try to steal from that dude.
No.
Well, that's Alistair. Where is that board? I know it's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. The black... I gotta talk to this guy first. Forgot about that.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day.
Mm-hmm.
With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
How can I be of service?
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Alright. Now I can access it. Okay, so there's two quests here. We have Scraping the Barrel. My friend, there are a number of people who pledge to aid the Blackstone Irregulars in times of need. Those times are now. Here you will find 3 letters of conscription. Deliver them to the people listed below and return to the Irregulars for your payment. Should any of these people refuse, do what you must to get them to honor their oaths. So we got one guy in Redcliffe, one guy in Lothering, and one guy in Denmark. So we'll be able to do the Lothering one now. The others will have to wait. And we have Dereliction of Duty. My friend, the Irregulars require a trusted agent to track down and deal with deserters. Do this and you will be rewarded. These deserters took with them valuable supplies crucial to the Irregulars' future as a supplier of martial services. Deal with these wastes of space as you see fit and bring the supplies back as a proof that the problem has been dealt with. We will ask no questions as to your methods or the final condition of the deserters. Use your own discretion. You will likely find them in the following locations. So one guy at Lake Collinhad, one guy in Denerim, and one guy in the Frostback Mountains. So these are quests that we're going to start here, but we'll not be able to complete for a while. We will go find that one guy here in Lothering. And then after that, I believe I'm done with everything that I wanted to do in this town, so it'll be time to move on. So let me go and conscript that one guy. And then we'll get out of this place, and we'll move on. It will be sweet. It will be happy. I've already killed 120 Darkspawn.
Neighbor fled the city yesterday.
Now, let me see if he's on the map or not. Otherwise, I'm going to have to look. Yeah, it's not marked on the map. Okay. What was the guy's name? Oh. Patter Gritch in Lothering.
Where to?
Well, he could be anywhere. Alright, so we'll just look around for Patter Gritch, because I don't remember where he is. He's the gossips. Just steal from people along the way. Farmer. More refugees. Elder Miriam. Refugee boy, refugee. Yeah. He's probably like in the Chantry or something. You know, either in the Chantry or... Actually, he might have been in that bar. I don't think they'd stick him in the bar, though. Patter Gritch. Sucks that he's not labeled. I don't have a quest marker. Oh, there's something over there. Hey, a flask and a golden scythe, 490 black. That's whiskey of some sort. There's a certain character that I can give that to. It's mostly refugees here.
They are right in this.
And that's the refugee camp. He wouldn't be out there. So let me...
My mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth.
check the Chantry. Just make sure there's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here.
My mother's story.
That's just a
It
Templar.
haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear
Samaran.
about the wild.
Alright, what not? Just checking here. Don't know where the guy is, you know? Suppose I could look it up. Oh, there he is, right here.
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter from you, from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my sister. Sure, sign the paper, she said. You'll enjoy some coin now, but they'll be back. I guess I'll see you on the front lines.
Easy enough. I still can't get in there, huh? I'm sure there's a way to get in there, but I'm not really concerned with it. So I'm pretty much done in Lothering. Time to move on out. Almost 5 hours into the game already. Look at that. Alright, so let's leave Lothering. We will not be coming back here because the town gets overrun by the Darkspawn horde shortly after you leave. They're talking to each other.
But you're always dressed in such rags. It suits you, I suppose. A little tear here, a little rip there. to show some
She's
skin.
teasing Morgan about the way she's
understand.
dressed.
You understand I lived in a forest, I hope?
Maybe we could get you in a nice dress one day. Velvet is heavy, better to guard against the cold and corrosion. Dark red velvet. With gold embroidery. It should be kept low in the front, of course. We won't have.
Away with you, foul creatures! Leave us alone!
Got some Darkspawn.
Slay them all!
Let's do this quickly, shall we? Now this is your time.
Good night. Easy peasy. Good night. Alright, let's see, 10 silvers.
Mighty timely arrival there,
Some
my
dwarves?
friend. I'm much obliged.
You're welcome.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Samuel. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's
He's
been
not quite
mighty
right.
dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says a half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
We'll be seeing plenty more of them. There's another garnet. Alright. I think the statue
We'll
is
be
for,
off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all
for
your
Alistair. Not worried about that right now. Okay, so that's all there is to Lothering. So let's go out into the Banner, out onto the the world map, really. Cutscene.
Bad dreams, huh?
It seems so real.
Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon? Is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too.
Thank you, Alistair. I appreciate it.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Yep, Alistair approves.
What do you need?
Actually, never mind. If I want to talk to anybody, it should be Liliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Let's see. This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later.
I'm just going to try and
I don't
boost
know
her
how to
approval as much as
explain.
possible.
But I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
What then?
When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
I suppose I wouldn't sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Alright, so that boosted her approval rating by 2.
Yes?
I'd like to
Well,
talk.
here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending.
Of course.
That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Pretty much. Condescending? How so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
What did you... I prefer your ideas to the ideas of the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
I boosted her by another 2.
Yes?
I'd like to
Well,
talk.
here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
You know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister. All of them chaste and virtuous.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It added to their mystique. Because then, they were forbidden. And forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
What about your fruit? Is it forbidden?
My fruit? Well, it is not technically forbidden, but it's not freely given either. Not everyone gets a bite. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. But no, I did not take vows. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
What did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Alright, that boosted her by another 2 points. I think that's all I can do for
Yes?
now.
Something you
Unless I
need?
give her gifts, but... Let's see, I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Well, there are other things I can talk to her about. Let's see. Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me
She goes
stay
on
with
and
her.
on, but if you listen to
I had
her,
no
it
way
helps.
out. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
You were young. It's understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was a sweet.
Ah, now we're getting
She
to
kept
it.
dried
The
flowers in her
flowers.
closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers. with a
Andraste's
sweet
Grace.
fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But
I know
enough
where there's a
about
few.
that. Let us move on.
That's another 1 point. Okay.
Yes? Something you need?
I'd like to talk to you about something.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Valroyaux.
I think she's about to
Unlike
go on
other
about
cities
fashion
where the
for a
people are the
while.
lifeblood and the character, Valroyaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Valroyaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh,
Not
it would take me
really.
to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sorts of things? Yeah, she's gonna start going on about
Dresses,
shoes.
Fine dresses and furs. And shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable. Almost ridiculously so. But the shoes. Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Oh, I love shoes.
When I left Orlais,
really.
the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front.
I'm
A
lying.
ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, it sounds so lovely.
I had
It
my
sounds
eye on the
really
pair my
stupid.
shoemaker was working on. It was covered in pale blue silk with amber beads on the toe. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
Oh, now, all right, now you get more chance to flatter her. You don't need fancy shoes to make you beautiful.
Thank you. It's kind of you to say so, even wearing these mud-covered horrors. They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day.
I'm sure you
We
can.
have things to do, don't we?
Yeah. All right, another approval point there.
Yes? Something you need?
Let's see if there's
Yes.
anything left to talk
What's
to her. I
on
think
your
there
mind?
is. All right, I'm actually... I'll spare you guys the rest of that. Let me go over here.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Feather, at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made.
In the next video, I'll finish up the talk with Lillian, and
for a
then
poor
we'll move on.
merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Okay, let me see your wares, Bodan.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright. Let's see. Son's Mercy. I'm not worried about that right now. He should have a backpack, so let me look for that. Actually, maybe I just have to scroll down. There we are. A lot of this is the Feast Day Gifts DLC. I'm not going to be using those, really. Let's see. And I might as well splurge on a flame rune or two. And do a little bit of enchanting.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Enchantment! Kid cracks me up. Oathkeeper. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna give this to Alistair, but I want to put that flame rune on it. Actually, I have lightning, too. I'll do lightning. Yeah. Okay. Now, even if you walk over to Alistair, you should see him holding the sword already. The flames coming off of it. No, I did lightning, so you can see the thunder coming off of it. Alright, so I'm done here. Like I said, next video, which will be on Monday, we will finish talking to Liliana because she's going to be doing the romance subplot and everything. So we'll talk to her, and then we're going to move on. The game's about to open up. There's several quest lines. We're actually going to do one of the DLCs early on. We're going to do the DLC called The Stone Prisoner first. So we'll see you then. Let me go ahead and save it. Yep. Alright, so I will see you guys on Monday with more Dragon Age goodness.